Today I'm going to be doing a blog tour post. I'm well aware this is not a blog. I don't care. This is where I talk about books and I don't care if you don't like it as long as you're not the publisher. Today I want to talk to you guys about Nowhere Else But Here by Rachel Cotton, who is a 17-year-old debut author.
I'm taking a moment. If somebody, Ink Road, wants to give me a chance, please. I sob about the fact I'm not published as if I've sent manuscripts off to anyone. I literally write them and I'm like, oh no, that's awful, goodbye. So it's my own fault.
This book, I can't remember the original title, but it was on Wattpad and it got loads of views. I don't even know how many. And it follows a girl called Rose who, this boy from her year in school goes missing, and he's quite a mysterious, quiet, reserved guy. No one really knows anything about him, and then he shows up on her doorstep and she's basically got to hide him in her room. Yeah, I don't really know. This is the point where I tell you guys I haven't read this. Yeah, I know. Okay, look, first things first, the publisher knows. I'm not just here doing this video oh, by the way guys, thanks for sending me it, but I haven't read it. Yeah, no, they know. I feel so bad. I actually feel really bad, and I know I'm laughing and it's not funny, but I wasn't well last week. Okay, and I should have read it before I got sick, but I wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't getting into it very much. And that really, not feeling well really hindered my enjoyment. So I got to the point where I was like, I can't finish this. But I know that there's a lot of you guys who will be interested in this, and I didn't want, them having sent it to me to be a waste, so I still want to talk to you guys about it. I also want to promote Ink Road because they are an incredible publisher. They are such lovely people and they have been so supportive of me and my blogging journey. I mean, they had me chair Estelle Mascom's Dare to Fall event in Edinburgh, and there was a good number of people there, and I was a little nobody, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I want to spread the love for those guys and their books. So as I mentioned, this is YA contemporary, and it's just all about Theo and Rose. That's the other thing, right? This dude is called Theo. I was just picturing my cat the whole time. I can't really liken this to anything. I feel it reads for the younger contemporary readers. I mean, give it a go and you might enjoy it. I'm gonna put this one down, but first I need to get something. When Ink Road sent me the book, I got these socks that say naps and snacks. I feel like I should put them on, but you can't see my feet, so I need to proudly display them. Hold on, I'll take them out of their packaging. I've literally been saving these. I've kept them in their packaging so I didn't wear them before this video and have them end up in the wash. Should I have them dangling? But then you can't read naps and snacks. There we go. I love those. So here I have the 5 Ink Road books that I own, excluding the one I've just talked about, and I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about these and why I think you'll like them. So first of all, I have T is for Tree by Greg Fowler. This book broke my heart. It follows a boy called Eddie who we don't actually know what's wrong with him. This book originally was published in Australia under the title Jam Sandwiches, and it was said Eddie had Down syndrome, and I could see that being the condition he has in this book. Basically, his grandmother cares for him because his mum didn't want him anymore, and his grandmother is very abusive. She locks him in his bedroom. She only lets him out once a week for a shower. There's just no love from her. I can't quite remember the order this happens in, but there's a girl who moves in next door and Eddie befriends her, but also there's a tree that's in between their windows, and this tree becomes magical. It's a magical realism kind of novel, and it ends up growing into his room. And when Eddie's trying to study and stuff, he kind of uses the tree, and it helps him. I have seen some people have issues with the representation in this, but personally I thought it was beautiful, and I think people need to remember that just because something isn't necessarily happy or positive, it doesn't mean anything negative towards the representation. I don't want to say too much because spoilers, but if that cover doesn't sell you on this, nothing will. Next up, I have Street Song by Sheena Wilkinson. This got me right out of my reading slump last year. Oh my gosh, I had not, like, I'd left my job and I was feeling really crap and depressed and down and I wasn't reading or anything, and then this came into my life and I flew through it. And like, it's about this dude called Ryan Lee, who was like a reality like talent show winner or something like that, and he's now got quite famous, but he basically goes off on the run, ends up homeless, has to busk to like earn his keep, and then he befriends these girls and they have like a little band, and it's just so much fun. And like, I'd never read a book dealing with like the homelessness situation, so reading that perspective and seeing like how he dealt with it and what he did was just such an interesting viewpoint. I know what I mean. Highly recommend this one. This next book gets no love in the world, and it's one of the most poignant and important books I read last year. Everyone needs to pick this up. The Jungle by Pooja Puri. This deals with refugee camps in France, I believe it was. We follow Miko, who is basically living in this refugee camp, and you just get to see what life is like for them. And it's one of those books that it puts you into a situation that we're hearing about on the news and that everyone's forming opinions on. You actually get to experience it through this book, and you understand, you know, like, I feel like I can empathise in a way with people. Like, I feel like when I heard about Syrian refugees and everything, like, I agreed that it was a horrible situation and I didn't like the idea of these refugee camps. I could understand why we weren't offering these people more help. But once you read this and you're in their shoes, like, I just felt very connected to it. And honestly, this book deserved so much more hype, so much more love. Like, in my opinion, like, you know how everyone was hyped over like The Hate U Give because of its conversation about like Black Lives Matter movement? This book has the conversation on Syria, refugees, all that sort of stuff within Europe that we need. And I implore everyone who's heard anything, or even if you haven't heard anything about like the Syrian refugee crisis, please pick this up and please, like, just tell everyone about this book. I should have been talking about this book a hell of a lot more than I have been. I would literally, if I could send every single one of you a copy of this book, I would. This next book you have heard me talk about already. Starfish by Akemi Donboman. I love Kiko Himura with all of my heart. I just want to give her hugs. She is precious, she is lovely, and she deserved so much better in life than she got growing up. But I have every faith that she's going to go on to do great things, and I love Kiko. I will leave my reading vlog linked below so you guys can see my thoughts on this as I have them. Warning, I swear a lot, but in my defense, the mother is the worst, and I genuinely just talk about how much I hate her in that reading vlog. But these two books are like 5-star reads. Look, they even have like the same like kind of cover with like the stars, so that's a sign. And finally, it would not be one, an emmanovella video, but two, an Ink Road Books video without Dare to Fall by my girl Estelle Mascom. This book, I love this book. I don't even, like, I shouldn't have to tell you guys anything about Estelle Mascom's books. You should just be buying them, okay? This book follows Kenzie and Jaden and their precious cinnamon rolls and Holden. Oh, this is just so good. And look, it has the stars, so look at those. You need to go and buy these 3 books because they match. I cannot talk about this book enough. I cannot talk about how much I love this book, how much I love Dimily. I am obsessed with Estelle Mascom, okay? I am not ashamed to admit it. I love her. I love her books. Look at this cover. Look, I painted it. Can you see it? It's just so good. I have no words. It's just, I love it. I actually just love it. And there we go. That is my little spotlight on my Ink Road books. And as I said, although I haven't finished reading this book and I can't give you like my full thoughts on it, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it or anything like that, it's there. It's something you guys should definitely check out, and I really hope, you know, if you guys read it, let me know what you thought of it. And it comes out on, it just says May, is it tomorrow? No, I want to say the 3rd of May, I think. I'm sorry, this just says May. This doesn't help me. I'm not sure. I think it's the 3rd of May, so it's not out just yet. Be sure to also check out everyone else that's on the blog tour and check out their posts. I hope you guys liked this little video on my little Ink Road book collection. As I said, love Ink Road, and I just want to thank them so much for supporting me as a blogger, for sending me arcs, having me on their blog tours, chairing events. Like, that still blows my mind. I'm gonna stop gushing about Ink Road now. I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!